Hey everyone, hello. As always, I hope this video finds you in good health and in good spirits. Today's topic may surprise you. We're talking about something most of us grew up celebrating with joy: birthdays. The balloons, the cake, the candles, the singing. It all seems so innocent, right? But what if I told you that birthday traditions are actually rooted in occult symbolism, pagan ritual, and even satanic practices? Birthdays weren't always about cake and presents. In fact, the earliest records of birthday celebrations go back to ancient Egypt. Pharaohs weren't celebrating their birth into the world, they were celebrating their deification, the day they were considered gods. Later, the Greeks picked up this practice. They believed that every person was born with a spirit or a demon that watched over them. To honor this spirit, they would light candles and make offerings. Sound familiar? And then in Rome, birthdays were celebrated by making sacrifices to the gods. Blood offerings, prayers, and feasts were common. So even from the beginning, birthdays weren't just about you, they were about inviting supernatural forces into your life. Now let's talk about the most iconic part of the birthday: blowing out the candles. The practice of putting candles on a cake comes from ancient Greece, where people would bake round cakes to honor Artemis, the moon goddess. They lit candles on the cake to make it glow like the moon. The belief was that the smoke carried prayers and wishes up to the gods. Here's where it gets even darker. Many occultists and modern witches claim that making a wish before blowing out candles is a form of spell casting. You set an intention, focus your energy, and release it into the spirit realm, where it's through fire and smoke. And then some conspiracy theorists argue that it is basically teaching children to perform rituals without them even knowing it. So the innocent act of blowing out candles could actually be a hidden invocation ritual. And the happy birthday song seems lighthearted, but think about it. Everyone gathers around chanting in unison, focusing all their attention on one person. In occult practice, focusing group energy onto a single individual is a powerful form of energy work or ritual magic. Some suggest this moment acts as a mini initiation. The birthday person becomes the center of the collective spell. And birthdays tied directly into astrology and numerology, both considered occult sciences. Every year, your birthday is like a personal solar return ritual, marking the time the sun comes back to the same position it was at your birth. To occultists, this isn't just a celebration, it's a ritual reaffirming your energetic connection to the cosmos. And conspiracy theorists argue this is why birthdays are tracked so heavily by governments and secret societies, because birthdays hold mystical power. And some Christian conspiracy groups believe birthdays are satanic, because Lucifer is often associated with the light bearer, and candles plus fire rituals symbolically honor him. The act of making a wish without first praying to God is seen as idolatry, seeking power from elsewhere. In the Bible, the only birthday celebrations mentioned, Pharaoh's birthday and King Herod's birthday, both ended in death. And Herod's birthday, for example, led to the beheading of John the Baptist. To them, this suggests birthdays bringing misfortune and are tied to the dark forces. Also, in Levian Satanism, the individual is considered their own god, making their birthday the most important holiday of the year, a day to celebrate the self with pomp and ceremony, and to honor one's own existence, value, and power. The Satanic Bible emphasizes treating oneself like royalty and taking pride in being alive, as this is the highest form of worship in the religion. And then there's the balloons. Releasing balloons or letting them float represent releasing spirits or prayers into the air, again mirroring occult offerings. And then the cake cutting. In some traditions, cutting the cake symbolizes sacrifice. In occult symbolism, it can represent slicing open a portal and sharing in the offering. And then there's the gifts. Some say gift giving reflects ancient tribute to deities, offering tokens in exchange for favor. Now, does this mean you should never celebrate a birthday again? Not necessarily. For many, birthdays are just fun traditions with no deep meaning to them. But when we peel back the layers, we see how ancient ritual, pagan worship, and even occult magic are hidden in plain sight within everyday life. So whether you see birthdays as harmless or a mini ritual tied to forces beyond, the truth is undeniable. Our traditions are far older, stranger, and more powerful than we think. So that's it about birthdays. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for listening. If you liked this video, help me out by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and setting the bell notification so you get my most recent updates. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Take care. Peace.